Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Richard and here I am with my new girlfriend, the Triumph Tiger 800 XRT. Girlfriends, do you remember in the past when we were at school in the 80s, let's say 70s or 80s, you used to use the term packed, which meant a girlfriend had packed you and finished a relationship when you were very young. I don't know if that term's still used. Maybe it's a local term that was used in Sheffield, where I used to live. But I'm just saying, do you remember that? And then you'd move on to the next girlfriend, and then you'd always be thinking about the previous girlfriend who was whatever, nicer, or you'd always think, oh, she was nicer and things like that. That's a bit like how I feel with this Triumph Tiger. Because our breakup on the T120 was not the normal way of breaking up with my motorcycles. Let's just have a look at this Tiger. Just look at that. Great lines, two nice legs. Wow, just look at that. Her voice sounds like an angel. Nice tight back end. A bit dirty, that's how you want them. The front end, nicely balanced. All right, before everybody starts screaming and saying, you can't say that, you can't say that. We're only joking. We're only playing. She's a lovely bike. She is a lovely bike, isn't she? But I'm still thinking about the Triumph T120 Bonneville that left me. Oh my goodness. One thing I do like about the Triumph Tiger is that you've got these Frankenstein buttons to operate the heated seats and the fog lights, instead of having to navigate through a menu here to turn things on. You know, it's great. You just press a button and it works. It's great. But I still miss the T120. I'm sorry about sniffing. It is winter. It's the beginning of November. Well, it's November 2025. And this is my 2016 Triumph Tiger 800 purchased for less than £5,000. It's a great machine. Let's go for a ride. And how am I going to fall in love with this Triumph Tiger Triple 800? Oh, let's go. Currently in Cold Mease, Staffordshire. I've got the heated gloves on, I've got the heated grips on, I've got the heated seat on, because it's bloody cold, and I've got the fog lights and high beam on, because the quality of driving this morning, as I've been out for a ride, has been horrendous. So I'm making sure, visor down, so I'm making sure that people can see me. In fact, let's just turn that seat down to the lower setting, because my bum is cooking. Yeah, do you remember those days when you got packed? Is packed a term that you use today? I don't know. Does, you know, my kids don't come back and say, oh, my girlfriend's packed me. They just use the word finished. I'm not sure if it's a saying that was associated to Sheffield, a localism. And then you look over your shoulder and think, oh, the new girlfriend's nice, and there's nothing wrong with her. But I do miss the old girlfriend. Do you remember those days? I mean, I'm talking back into the late part of the 70s and early 80s when I was at secondary school. high school. However, I've been doing a few things on this Tiger. You'll have seen it previously that I've cleaned the front disc calipers and the rear disc caliper, although that wasn't shown in the video. And I didn't give you a detailed how-to on that. It was more just about saying you can do it yourself, and you can. Let's come down to 40. What about this for a beautiful land? How would you like to have that as your house? Wow. So the Triumph Tiger is running really well. The work that I did on the front and rear calipers, cleaning them up, making sure that all the pistons were clean and free, has worked wonders. Let me just turn them down as well. Just turn the heated grips down one notch. They are quite hot. And you know, I think it's a great bike. I'm just gonna have to fall in love with it. I really am going to have to fall in love with it. And it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So I've had a Tiger before in the past, the Tiger 900, but I got the 800, A, because it's cheaper than a 900 in the second-hand market, and B, I needed to release some cash from the sale of the of the Triumph Bonneville T120 to allow that capital to do some other work. The details of that are in a previous video, but yeah, so I had to let go of what was in effect a brilliant bike to then come down a few notches with this older bike. Now this bike is okay, there's nothing wrong with it. It's got all full service history and all that, and it runs a dream and everything works. And everything's fine. Everything's absolutely fine. It's just me that's looking over my shoulder and wondering where the T120 is. However, I've got to get over that. We've got to get over it and move on and enjoy the new bike, whatever your new bike may well be. Oh, look at these roads. It's a beautiful day. I've actually been waiting for about 4 hours for the rain to stop. The rain's been coming down on and off, on and off, on and off all morning. And now I'm out and the roads are drying up a bit. So I thought I'd come out for a little ride on with my new girlfriend, let's say. Let's take a left here. See if the auto cancellation indicators work. Everything's clear. Yep, the auto cancellation indicators work fine. So this, I suspect, will be the stable bike for a while. The GSX 1400 will be going up for sale soon enough. If you're interested, reach out to me on the email. As I said, it starts with an 8, a number 8, and you can see the details on the GSX 1400 in previous videos. Another thing, don't forget to order your ride iron, jackets and gloves. These gloves are now available. They're lovely. They are absolutely wonderful. Nice heated gloves. You should be able to get them for about £110 with 5% discount. There we are. The cruise control works well. Look at that. Excuse me. What a beautiful place. Oh, beautiful. Just look at that for a view. Hopefully you can see it. Now, one of the beauties about the Tigers is they have the 19-inch front wheel. Give this guy a wave. Here we are. And it allows the bike to simply drop perfectly into the corners. I noticed that with the Tiger 900. It just falls into the corners beautifully with this slightly larger wheel. And it's great fun. I think it's a 19-inch wheel, correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't do too much of a look around this bike. I just agreed to the deal and then moved on. All the service history was there and everything, so I thought, yeah, we'll just move on. Of course I test rode it, but you know, I needed something that would take me through the winter, and I was going to use the T120 through the winter, as the winters in the UK seem to be milder now than they were in the 1970s or 80s. Global warming. Maybe, I don't know. What do you think? You tell me in the comments below. But hopefully you're enjoying this ride on the new Tiger 800 XRT. This is the top of the line road going version rather than the off-road version. And it rides great. It really does. It's very, very comfortable. And this is what you can get for less than £5,000 in 2025. It's absolutely wonderful. If you ever need help looking for a motorbike, give us a shout. I'm usually very, very good at picking out the right bike mechanically. Yep. I've never bought a bike where it constantly fails on me. I'm a bit meticulous. I'm not a mechanic and I don't offer a guarantee, but I am quite meticulous about looking around the bike and make sure all the documentation's right, making sure everything's right. And I did look around this bike and made sure everything's right. But it wasn't that, oh, I'm falling in love. But I assure you, I'm going to have to fall in love. Because it's a great bike. You know, for less than £5,000, you get a bike like this that's been looked after. And it's obvious it's been looked after. Just saying, give them away. What a beautiful ride. So it looks like this one might be the bike that's taking me into Europe next year in 2026 with Mark and Charlie. Mark has ironically a Tiger 800 like this, and Charlie has a Tracer 7, and we tend to go abroad. In this year we went all the way through to the Czech Republic, on the eastern side of the Czech Republic, from the UK, and then went down into Slovakia and Hungary, and then up through Austria and all that good stuff. Absolutely magnificent. 14 days out on the road. Absolutely magnificent. Of course it caused a divorce. I'm only joking. Of course it didn't cause a divorce. There is no divorce. There's nothing. So don't worry about that. Only joking. But yeah, Tina was missing me, shall we say. Thank God for communications and technology today. How you can keep in touch with people. My goodness. Oh yeah, a lovely ride, but I'm not in love. I'm gonna have to sort this out. I'm gonna have to forget about the T120. Hope you found the video thought-provoking, interesting, humorous, and downright boring if you got this far. If you did get this far, put a comment and say, I got this far. You actually got to the end of it. Hope you enjoyed it. Ride safely, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.